Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super bougie one because I'm going to be reviewing the Natasha Denona Hyper Natural Face Palette. This is actually it says eye and cheek essential no makeup sort of palette, so I thought I'd do a video reviewing this to see if it's worth picking up and also if it's worth the money. So this retails for £54, but there are tons of discount codes you can use online to get this a bit cheaper. That's what I did. I'm pretty sure my code on Look Fantastic works on this. It's LFTF Alex. I'll put that in the description if you want to use it. My Look Fantastic code is affiliated though, so if you do use it, I will earn a bit of commission, just to be completely transparent. There's also codes on Sephora, Cult Beauty, so you will be able to get this for a little bit of a cheaper price. But yeah, RIP is £54. So this is the packaging of the palette. I must admit, I do love Natasha Denona packaging. This is the actual packaging of the palette. Now, I must admit, it's a little bit smaller than I thought. I did think it was going to be a little bit bigger for the price, but hey ho. And then this is what the palette looks like. So the reason I look so ghosty is because I've got no bronzer on, because there are bronzers in here. It's also blushes and then shimmer shadows in here. And all of these are pretty much shimmers, but I thought we can use the neutral colours in here to create the matte look and then use the beautiful shimmers on top. I think firstly though, I am going to take the bronzers because yeah, I'm looking very ghostly. If I'm honest, the pans are quite small and awkward. I'm just going to sort of tap in all three shades and see if we can get a nice colour from all of it. I've got no cream bronzer underneath because I wanted to see how pigmented these were. I like how she's put the three like pans together, so like there's a light, medium and dark shade. If I'm honest, I mean, I'm pale and I'm using a mixture of all three shades. I am kind of dabbing more in the first two shades just because they are more my bronzer colour. Okay, so that is the bronzer all on, and I'm not gonna lie, that looks really nice. I'd say that was very quick and easy. I did dabble more into the first two shades here rather than that one because that is too deep for me. This one has a nice sort of neutral tone to it, and then this gives the warmth. So them two mixed together actually creates a really nice bronzer shade. I really like that. And then for blush, we have two gorgeous ones here. We have a pale pink one and a deeper pink. I don't know if the pale pink one's going to show up. I am majority going to dab into the pale one just to see if... no, okay. I'm going to need to mix again for them to show up. Okay, so that's the blush on. I definitely prefer both of the blush shades together. The pale one by itself doesn't work. It's not pigmented enough, but them two together create a really beautiful pink shade on the cheeks. I did have to layer it in a few layers just because it wasn't super pigmented right off the bat, which for a £54 palette you would have thought it would have some pigment in it. But I'm happy with the end result. It's given me a nice pink colour on my cheeks. Kind of gives that like almost like sunburn sort of look, and I really like that. So it is super pretty once it is built up on the skin. Just gonna put a layer of fixing spray on my skin. This is the Ghosting Fix Mist by Relove. Okay, so I've just went ahead and swatched the shadows in here. So these are what they all look like. They are all like sheeny, shimmery colours, but we do have the bronzers in here that we can use as matte browns. I want to see if I can use this shade as a highlighter maybe. I was going to use the new one by Natasha Denona. Where is it? Here we go. This is the High Gen highlighter. I might still use it if it doesn't work. These two brown ones here are quite sheeny. These ones have a little bit of metallicness to it, and then this one is a proper like glittery sort of shade. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if this is going to work. I know it is technically an eyeshadow, but I want to be multi-use. I mean, that is quite pretty. It just has loads of like specks of shimmer running through it, so that's what you can see here, like bouncing off the light. But I think I want some actual highlighter, so I am going to go in with this one. This is the High Gen highlighter in the shade Light. I have done a TikTok on this. I'm hoping it'll be up by the time you watch this video, but it's honestly a very beautiful highlighter. Just extremely expensive. By the way, ignore the dryness I've got around my eyes at the moment. I'm very bad at taking my medication at the moment, and I started taking the cream again after a little while of not doing it, and my skin is going really dry again, so that is why my under eyes look like shit. Okay, what I'm going to do, because this is a natural palette, it's not meant to be like a full-on like glam palette sort of thing. I think I'm just going to tap the XXxx foundation and concealer on my sponge, from my sponge onto my lid. Oh my god, the dryness. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the middle shade from the bronzer pans, and I'm basically just going to put this all over my lid, just to create like a bit of a basic base for the shimmer shadows. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the palest bronzer, just to like blend out those top edges. This eye looks way better than the other one, by the way, so just pay more attention about how it applies on this side. And then I'm going to add a tiny dab of the deepest bronzer shade, just on that same brush, but I'm just going to whack it on the outer corner and just basically blend all that together. This is not meant to be like a perfect eye look. This is just something, as the name suggests, just something for a very quick, like natural eye makeup. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that middle shade again and just pop a little bit under my eye. I think I'm firstly going to take the shade Soft, which is the pink shimmer. It's picked up quite nicely on the brush. I'm just going to swoop this all across. I think I'm maybe just going to stick to that. I feel like if I put any of the other shimmers on, it's going to be a bit too harsh. So I'm going to jump straight to the inner corner and brow bone. I'm going to take, obviously, the shade Dreamy. I'm going to take this on like quite a small pencil brush. This is the Michaela P. Louise 159. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow look, just using the bronzer colours and the shimmer shadows. Super cute, simple, everyday makeup. I would literally wear this out the house, like, it's super easy. Okay, I'm going to head off camera, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts on the palette. Okay, I'm back. This is my completed makeup. For my mascara, I use the Revolution Whisperify mascara. My lips are a combo, so for my lip line, I have the e.l.f. Baddest Beige lip liner on. It's a beautiful brownie nude. For my lipstick, I have one of the Revolution Lip Allures in the shade Queen. This is a gorgeous like baby pink nude. And then just to add a little bit of shine to my lips, I just dabbed it on like mainly on the centre. Have the Huda Beauty Faux Filler lip gloss in the shade Sugar Baby. This is what it looks like. This is a beautiful colour and it also smells amazing. Let's sit down and talk about this palette. So firstly, very expensive, very bougie, it being Natasha Denona. But if you want something that covers a lot of bases, as in your bronzer, your contour, your blush, your eyeshadow, maybe even a little bit of highlight if you love that sparkly look, maybe add it onto your gloss as well to add a pop of shimmer, then I think this would be a great palette to try if you haven't got a lot from Natasha Denona. I also think the description of it being like a no makeup type of palette is definitely true, because the shades in here are not like super pigmented. Like, if I had a single pan that was pigmented like this, I'd be like, where is the pigment? The bronzer and blush needed a lot of building just to get to the level of pigment that I wanted. So I definitely understand the no makeup, because if you want something that's really light, really buildable, this would be perfect for you. If you're someone that loves like cake face, loads of pigment sort of makeup, then I think this is going to be a bit too natural for you. But it is marketed as a no makeup palette, so that obviously makes sense. For me, I love Natasha Denona, so I'm super excited about this. This is a great travel friendly palette. Put this in your bag and you've got a lot of your steps covered in this palette, especially if you just want to do the whack a bronzer in your crease and chuck a shimmer on there. This is perfect for that. If that is the type of makeup that you do, you would love this. I think obviously just bear in mind it's a very expensive palette and the pans are not absolutely huge. Like these face pans are tiny. I think the colours worked really well on my eyes, like the bronzer colour for the crease, and then the shimmers are really pretty. This shimmer here is not a super like in your face glitter like what my inner corner is, but it does have a nice like pinky sheen to it. So this, I can agree, it is most definitely a natural makeup palette. Only if this is in your budget, check it out. But yeah, it's definitely one of those really good like travel friendly, easy sort of face and eye palettes. I don't actually think I've got any face palette like this in my collection where it has base products and eyeshadows in it, so I think it's quite cool for that reason, and I would definitely use this and travel with this. I think it's a great palette for that. Whether or not you purchase this, I think it's kind of just down to the type of makeup you use. If you love heavy makeup, this is going to be too natural for you, but if you are the everyday makeup type of person, then I personally think you'll really love this. The price tag obviously is not pretty, but it is Natasha Denona. They are a luxury makeup brand. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Definitely let me know down below what you think of this. I would love to know, and of course if you haven't already, please subscribe down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye.